If you want to buy cheap and reliable NBA2K20, MT, and NFL 20 MUT coins, please go to dvdj.com/NBA2K20 and use code XCAPAR to get 10% off your first purchase. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video, and in this video I'm going over the best snipe filters that you guys can use right now to make hundreds of thousands of MT. I actually was up to 400k at one point, spent 100k MT, and I used a few of these snipe filters to make back a good bit of what I have. I also used triple threat offline to get a lot of MT, because once you start getting up there, you actually start racking up the MT, which is awesome. So another tip, when you're not sniping, play some triple threat offline games, trying to move up on the board, and you guys will have a bunch of MT and tokens really in no time. I'm already up on the diamond board, haven't finished any collections, so that's kind of cool. But anyway, my favorite one personally, snipe filter that is to go to Amethyst Theme 20 NBA. You can't, I used to just do normal Amethyst, but you can't do that anymore because Bobby Jones is in there and he has crashed in price. He's pretty cheap right now, so you know, he pops up and everything. So Amethyst 20 collection, if you want to specifically search by West or East because you want specific players, like if you wanted Paul George and Kawhi Leonard specifically, you could go West. If you wanted to get Giannis, you could go East. But I don't have MT values for Giannis, so I didn't look that up. But maximum bid 100,000, minimum buyout 500, and maximum buyout, I would recommend doing 30k around that. You can kind of adjust it, but I'm doing this right now just to show you guys what the price goes for. Because I did my last video and you guys really liked that. They're going for about 38 to 37k, and they might drop, which is why I said 30k. If you find anything below 30k, it should theoretically hold up to any price drop, because if it even goes down to about 35, then you'll be set, and you could even drop. Check the price that the cards are going for at the lowest before you start doing filters like the ones where you have to wait for the card to pop up. And by wait for the card to pop up, I mean when I'm at 30k and I drop down, I only know if the cards are here if they pop up. Sometimes you might be going a little too low and you're not going to find a lot of cards that pop up. But really, you just want to go through here, and if it's late night or early morning like it is right now and you're doing it, you can always put it up to what the cards are going for and then just refresh like this. And if you see a card that's super cheap that is a snipe, you can go over and grab it easily. Sniping is not easy right now because the auction house is still a little wonky. If you do more specific filters like the one I'm doing right here, it works perfectly fine. But if you're doing a very general filter, it does not really work, which kind of sucks. Don't know why I left that. So go through, check them all out. All of them have value. Get excited if you get a Giannis, if you get a KD, if you get a LeBron, they go for insane. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and James Harden are the cheaper ones on the spectrum, so just be aware of that. Next filter that I have for you is heat check. I personally have flipped like 2 or 3 heat check players so far, and they go for crazy amounts. I got one that I grabbed for about 3k MT, like 500, something around that line, and then sold for 8k earlier. Absolutely insane. I honestly might do a little bit of sniping today instead of the triple threat offline grind, because 150 wins getting to Pink Diamond Surge today like I want to is going to be pretty difficult. But I'm going to again show you what the lowest are going for. And there we go, we got a snipe. I know what he goes for because I have one up for 4k, so I can flip that up at least. But there we go. Kyrie Thomas at 4k 500 is the cheapest one that pops up. So what I personally recommend is doing what you just saw me pick that guy up at, and it is 3k. And you can just flip through this constantly. Just 3k, wait for cards to pop up, and just go through it just like this. I mean, sniping is boring, but if you stick to it and you do this for a few hours, 2 or 3, not even an entire day, just 2 or 3, and honestly, what I recommend is maybe snipe for 10-15 minutes, then go play triple threat offline games, snipe for 10-15 minutes, break it up. It'll be super easy to actually go through and you won't really get bored with it. Let's see, we picked up D'Anthony Melton. Let's go look up what he goes for, just so you guys can see that if you pick something up at 3k, that it'll be worth it. But the reason heat checks go for a lot right now is because there's like none of them. Okay, it's not showing that there's any in the auction house. Is there no D'Anthony Meltons in the auction house? Huh. Well, at least no D'Anthony Melton heat checks. So I guess my 4K is the only one that's in there. So I'll just throw another 4K up there and just hold the price at it. So the next one that I have is a little bit weird because the auction house doesn't really like silvers. There's finally no more bronzes that are popping up in the silver filter, but you can't very specifically look through it because if there's cards below a certain value, if you don't search specifically, if you just search silver and go at it, they don't pop up. So I would recommend going by division when you're searching in the auction house. Now, certain ones that go for a lot of MT, Pacers hold a little bit of value, so for sure go and check them out. The Suns hold a little bit of value, the Thunder hold a little bit of value, and I think that might be the ones that just have the most. Warriors from time to time hold a little bit of value. Again, all of this kind of stuff fluctuates. I think the Jazz had a little bit. The Pelicans I don't think have too much just because the other ones are so expensive in the set. But you're going to have to go through, really check them out. The ones that don't have a lot of silvers in the collections are the ones that go for a lot. Nuggets, that's one that goes for a lot. I think it's Malik Beasley, again, is going 11 to 10K plus constantly. Jeremy Grant is usually around 5K. He's a little bit below because packs just came out right now, which is kind of good. So pick up some cards. There's a bunch of cheap stuff going out. But for the main filter, you're going to want to go color, silver, obviously. Maximum bid, 100K. Minimum buyout, 500. I'm going faster than I can actually go. And go 2,500 roundabout. You could go below to 2K and you'll make sure everything you get is a snipe. Or you can just do this. Now, divisions I would recommend are Central, that's where the Pacers pop up, and Northwest. And you really can just go through and cycle here. Something that might be easier is moving your buyout up, and then just specifically looking for the ones that are teams that you know they go for cheap. Or you can just go through each of the divisions and try to get them. You can see everything right now is actually going for a decent bit of MT, which is awesome. Mason Plumlee might be a snipe, but I don't specifically know the price of the card, so I think I'm gonna wait on that. We're gonna check Central, and you can see you can just pop right through here. This is a little too high for this one, but just adjust. None of these are set in stone. You need to have them at this price to get snipes. A lot of them you can just mix and match, mess around with a little bit, see what's going on. Ersan Ilyasova, cheap but not exactly a snipe. But go through, try out these filters, let me know if you guys are getting anything with them. The heat check ones are going to sell a little bit slower because people know there's not a lot, so people know they're a little bit more expensive, but when they do buy them, it's insane flips. Check out the silvers, check out the amethysts. You're going to need a little bit more for amethyst, but silvers you can do all day, super cheap, and flip a bunch is what I did all last year. So, like the video you guys did, enjoy. Comment down below all of your sniping experience. If you guys were getting cards, weren't getting cards, what was going on, I'd love to hear about it. And subscribe if you guys are new on that road to 1.4K. I can't thank you guys enough for all the support. It's been crazy this month. So, yeah, I love you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.